Happy morning to all. Wishing you all most and more. In this video, we shall see the chapter The Pollution of Air and Water. Class 8th, Science, chapter number 18. So let us start. So at first, let us see what is air pollution. When air is contaminated by unwanted substances which have a harmful effect on both living and non-living, it is referred to as air pollution. You already know that the air consists of mixture of gases. By volume, about 78% of this mixture is nitrogen and about 21% is oxygen. Carbon dioxide, argon, methane, ozone, water vapor are also present in very small quantities. So now let's move on to the next topic. How does the air gets polluted? When substances which contaminate the air are called as air pollutants. Sometimes such substances may come from natural sources like smoke and dust arising from forest fires or volcanic eruptions. The pollutants are also added to the atmosphere by certain human activities. The sources of air pollutants are factories, power plants, automobile exhaust, and burning of firewood and cow dung cakes. Now let's move on to the effects of air pollution. Many respiratory problems are caused due to air pollution. Let us now try to find out the substances or pollutants which are present in the polluted air. Vehicles produce high levels of pollutants like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides along with smoke. Carbon monoxide is produced from the incomplete burning of fuels such as petrol and diesel. It is a very poisonous gas. It reduces oxygen carrying capacity of our blood. Smoke may contain oxides of nitrogen, which combine with other air pollutants and fog to form smog. The smog causes breathing difficulty such as asthma, cough, and wheezing in children. Petroleum refineries are a major source of gaseous pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is produced by the combustion of fuels like coal in power plants. It can cause respiratory problems including permanent lung damage. Other kind of pollutants are chlorofluorocarbons which are used in refrigerators, air conditioners and aerosol sprayers. Chlorofluorocarbons damage the ozone layer of the atmosphere. Ozone layer protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. Less harmful chemicals are now being placed in the another of chlorofluorocarbons. In addition to the above mentioned gases, automobiles which burn diesel and petrol also produce tiny particles which remain suspended in the air for long periods. They reduce visibility. When inhaled, they cause diseases. Such particles are also produced during industrial processes like steel making and mining. Power plants give out tiny ash particles which also pollute the atmosphere. Now let's move on to the next topic, greenhouse effects. The greenhouse effect is caused by the atmospheric accumulation of gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, which contain some of the heat emitted from the Earth's surface. This radiation, unlike visible light, tends to be absorbed by the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, raising its temperature. A part of radiation that falls on the earth is absorbed by it. The role of the carbon dioxide in plants. If there is excess use of CO2 in the air, it acts as a pollutant. But on one hand, CO2 is continuously being released because of human activities. On the other hand, area under forest is decreasing. Plants release CO2 from the atmosphere for photosynthesis, thereby decreasing the amount of CO2 in the air. Deforestation leads to an increase in the amount of carbon dioxide in the air because the number of trees which consume less carbon dioxide is reduced. Human activities thus contribute to the accumulation of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide traps heat and it does not allow it to escape into space. As a result, the average temperature of the Earth's atmosphere is gradually increasing. This is called as global warming. Other gases like methane, nitrous oxide, water vapor also contribute towards this effect. Like carbon dioxide, they are also called as greenhouse gases. So now let's see the precautions of air pollution. There is an immediate need to switch over an alternative fuels instead of the fossil fuels of our energy requirements. This could be solar energy, hydropower and wind energy. We can plant trees and nurture ones already present in the neighborhood. Quality of air at various locations is monitored regularly by the government and other agencies. We can use this data to generate awareness about air pollution among our friends and neighbors. So now we shall come to the next topic about water pollution. Substances that pollute water are called as water pollutants. Water is becoming scarce due to an increase in a population, industries, agricultural activities. You have also studied about water becomes dirty and often we have to use it for washing clothes, bathing, etc. It means that we are adding some materials to the water which spoils its quality and change its smell and color. Whenever harmful substances such as sewage, toxic chemicals, silt, etc. gets mixed with water, the water becomes polluted. This is called as water pollution. Now to see the causes of water pollution. Many industries discharge harmful chemicals into the water and streams, causing the pollution of water. Examples are oil refineries, paper factories, textiles, and sugar mills and chemical factories. These industries cause chemical contamination of water. The chemicals released include arsenic, lead, and fluorides, which led to toxicity in the plants and animals. There are regulations to prevent this. Industries are quite supposed to treat the chemical before being discharged into water, but quite often the rules are not being followed. The soil is also affected by impure water, causes changes in acidity, growth of worms, etc. Effects of water pollution. We have seen water ponds which look green from distance. This is because they have a lot of algae growing in them. This is caused by the excessive quantities of chemicals which get washed from the fields. These act such as nutrients for algae to flourish. Once these algae die, they serve as food for decomposers like bacteria. A lot of oxygen in the water bodies get used up. This results in a decrease in oxygen level which may kill aquatic animals. Sometimes untreated sewage is thrown directly into the rivers. This contains food wastes, detergent, microorganisms and so on. Water contaminated with sewage may contain bacteria, virus, fungi, parasites which can cause diseases like cholera, typhoid, jaundice, malaria and so on. The bacteria present in the excrement of mammals are indicators of quality of water. If the water has these bacteria, it means that it has been contaminated by excreta matters. If such water is used by us, it can cause various infections. Water treatment plant. So, let us look into what is water treatment plant. A treatment plant refers to a plant or installation that is used to purify contaminated substances. These substances may be solid, liquid, and semi-solids. They are typically consist of various steps in treatment process. They are collection, screening and staining, chemical addition, coagulation, floriculation, sedimentation, clarification, filtration, disinfection, storage, and finally distribution. So this is the process of water processing plants. This is explained in your book very clearly. Precautions for water pollution. Number 1. Use less plastic. Use Recyclable items. Recyclable options. Do not dispose of oils in the sink. Cleaning chemicals. Handle toxic chemicals properly. 7. Shop to stop water pollution. Number 8. Do not throw away medicines. And then avoid toilets for throwing household items, garbage disposal, dishwashing or laundry. Limit the use of detergents and bleaches. Use phosphate free detergent. Use environmentally friendly detergents. Avoid usage of pesticides. So this was the chapter the pollution of air and water is totally about. Okay friends, I hope that you would have understood about the topic very clearly. If there's any doubts, please post in the comments below. And also, please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you all. See you in another video. Bye bye for now.